a spiritual center centered on how to better self-love through conscious living. We teach and practice the science of mind. And one of the main things that we talk about is meditation. So today, I'm going to change everything up. And my talk today is, why meditate? I thought I'd go into that so that you get a better idea of all the things that can happen if you build a meditation practice. And you see, one of the things, and one of the biggest things, is meditation reduces stress. It does this by relaxing the body, bringing about a state of calmness, and lowering our cholesterol levels. All of these things that I'm talking about, science has proven. We have measured it. Dr. Joe Dispenza has hundreds upon hundreds of cases where people are hooked up to monitors to see what happens with them when they get into meditation. Other scientific studies have shown how meditation reduces stress. The key thing about reducing stress is that stress is the #1 reason we get disease, we become ill, because stress breaks down the immune system. But when you reduce stress through the practice of meditation, you lower the cortisol, that negative chemical coming into the body, and your body is more in a state of homeostasis. Meditation also enhances our sense of well-being. It allows us to pause instead of reacting, thereby allowing us to respond and control our emotional response to any situation we're in. And when you're responding, you have a greater sense of well-being. Why? Because you're making a conscious choice, as opposed to a reaction which could lead you down a rabbit hole of not a very pleasant experience. Well-being is a sense of balance. Well-being is a sense of completion, being fully aware, being fully centered. Meditation gives you the ability to pause. I like to say that meditation, a regular meditation practice, gives you 3 seconds. So in that 3 seconds, instead of reacting to a situation, you ask the question, is this the highest expression of me? Is this a greater expression of love? Is this an expression of an expanded life? If you have that time, that 3 seconds to ask that question, that will shift how you deal with everything. And so everything no longer is a crisis, but rather it's an event that you're making a conscious choice to respond to. Meditation also enhances our ability to focus and concentrate more deeply. Studies have shown that a regular meditation practice increases our attention span and our cognitive performance. I can honestly say that this has been my experience. I've been meditating since 1995, twice a day, sometimes more than 20 minutes, most of the time more than 20 minutes per time. And I can tell you that my cognitive abilities, my attention span now continues to increase, where most everyone around me that's going through my aging process, their attention spans are going down. They do not have the same cognitive level of performance that I am experiencing. And I attribute that all to meditation. Meditation has just enhanced my ability to focus and concentrate. I can remember when I started ministry, I could not remember people's names. Now, I have an incredible ability to remember a person's first name because I made a conscious choice that I would be able to do that, because I learned the one thing people want to hear more than anything is you remembering and calling them by their first name. That's a connection. Everyone loves hearing their first name. So how do you focus? It enhances it. Meditation also enhances our creativity, our creative abilities. It does this by quieting our mind, reducing our mental clutter, and allowing ideas, new ideas, to flow into the creative process. You see, if you don't slow your mind down from its pattern of thinking, you're not leaving any room for new ideas to come in. But when you meditate and you slow the mind down, you open it up to receive greater wisdom. Because realize this, your third eye, that energy center in the center of your brain, is tapped into infinite wisdom. And when you slow down, you tap into infinite wisdom, new ideas come, and those new ideas stimulate a form of creativity in you that allows you to expand and to experience a greater and greater life. Meditation also strengthens our immune system. It does it by reducing stress and allows our body's immune system to operate in its natural state of homeostasis. It's pretty simple. Meditation takes you out of contrast. It brings you into a state of oneness. In that state of oneness, that's where your immune system functions the most. I remember looking and studying cancer, and this one doctor, his studies showed that 85% of all cancer is the result of stress. And that when he was able to get his patients to eliminate and reduce and then maybe even eliminate stress about particular things, they naturally healed from cancer without any medical intervention. Stress is amazing at how it takes the body out of its natural state. Think about it in your life. I know for me that I've been able to heal myself of so many different things by simply reducing my stress level. Following that up, science shows meditation lowers your blood pressure. And what does this do? Leads to a healthier cardiovascular system. I know this happens because I'll take my blood pressure prior to meditating. I'll take my blood pressure after meditating. It is amazing how my blood pressure lowers. Even though I may take my blood pressure and I'm good, I'm in a very normal range, after meditating it goes down even more. I noticed that when I was going to the dentist recently, and I had a sense of anxiety about going to the dentist because I bought into the white coat syndrome. They're going to do a crown, they're going to do cavities, there's pain. My blood pressure went up, and I came home and it was still up. And then I meditated and it went down. So meditation has an impact on your blood pressure. It's not the only thing that impacts your blood pressure, but it has an impact on it. The other thing about meditation is that it enhances our ability to be mindful. This allows us to be more fully present in the moment. When we are mindful, we have a deeper awareness of our thoughts and feelings, and with this expanded awareness, we experience a more fulfilled life. Why is that the case? Because when you're mindful, you see all aspects of things. You see how your words impact a situation. You see how your feelings impact your body, how your feelings with your words impact a situation or impact others. And with that level of awareness, you are more able to choose the words, the emotions that allow you to feel a sense of fulfillment. You see, we bought into the illusion that we can be happy all the time. I can tell you this, that when I come out of when I come out of a meditative state, I don't come out feeling happy. I come out feeling balanced. And that feeling, the best I can associate it with, is a sense of fulfillment. And I truly believe that if you're on your deathbed and you look at your life, that sense of fulfillment is what's going to make you feel so good and say, I had a great life. What a run I had. Look at the experience. I truly created a life that was fulfilling for me, unique to me. Meditation allows you to see that. It also, this is one of my favorite, meditation promotes self-discovery and growth. With a regular meditation practice, we gain insights into our habits of behavior and thought processes. And this allows us to make transformational changes, should we choose. I believe that we are meant to constantly grow, to become more. I know that I have the greatest sense of fulfillment when I am becoming more. When I'm stagnant, that I'm not moving forward, I get bored, I get depressed. I believe that it's going against my nature, and my nature is all about expansion. And meditation promotes this journey, promotes self-discovery. You quiet the mind to go within the mind to understand the mind deeper. And that's where our insights happen, in the stillness, in the moment, and we allow that divine. It is just the most magnificent thing that we can experience. Here's another aspect. Meditation also can enhance our relationships. When we develop a deeper understanding of ourselves, we can better understand and connect intimately with others. My wife and I, Jean, meditate together every morning. We've been doing this for years and years and years. So how are we starting our day? I can't think of a better way. We're starting it with a clear slate, where there's no need to forgive. There's no need to convince the other person. We've gone into a state of meditation, connected into our higher selves, released our attachment to things, and it makes it so much easier for us to be with each other and to share the journey of life. The other thing that happens as far as meditation and relationships, because Jean and I have been together so long and we have understandings and we have agreements, if one of us becomes keyed off or influenced by the external world and not in a good place, the other one of us that's not in that state will say, I think maybe you need to go meditate. And a lot of people say, well, doesn't that tick you off? No, because I realize it's the one thing that will bring me back into a state where I'm in balance. And I do it, and Jean does it. It keeps our relationship on a ground that serves both of us, allows both of us to grow, to expand, to share, and to laugh together. Meditation is the bond that brings Jean and I into oneness. And not only with Jean and I, but anyone I meditate with. I have a Tuesday morning meditation group I go to. The meditation bonds us. I have a meditation that I do every morning at 7 a.m. on Zoom with whoever wants to join me. There's a bond that happens because we go into oneness together. Meditation also leads us to an enhanced realization that we are so much more than our bodies and our minds. I've come to the point where when I meditate, I lose track of what my body is, and I come to a realization that I am just a wave of energy. I have no boundaries whatsoever. And I realize that my mind, this human mind, creates a frequency. And the frequency that my mind creates the experience I have with my emotions and within my body. So meditation leads me to the realization that I have a body and a mind, but I am an infinite expression of consciousness. I am a wave of energy that has always been and always will be, because energy cannot be created and it cannot be destroyed, but it can be shaped. And meditation gives me that insight. Meditation also connects us to the infinite. It is the realization and experience that true transformation takes place. These are rare moments for me where I have that feeling where I become so immersed in oneness that I only know I've been there after I come out. I have no idea when I'm there, because when I'm immersed into the infinite, there's no contrast, because the infinite includes everything. You see, if there's contrast, if I say I felt good, that wasn't total connection to the infinite. I was still in the world of cause and effect. Meditation, when I come out of a meditation, I go, where was I? How much time went by? I was in that state. And I can't describe it, because to describe it would be a disservice in that there's no words. There are absolutely no words for that state. The last thing I think is that, not the last thing, but one of the things is meditation leads us to love. Love of ourselves, others, and life. Because meditation gets you to look at yourself from every angle and to accept yourself. It gets you to look at others from every angle and to accept them as they are. It gets you to look at life as it is and realize you have to accept life. This was a big realization for me the other night. With everything going on in the world, I got myself into a little bit of a funk, and I went into a meditation at an odd time. It was like at night. And normally I've done my meditation morning and late afternoon. I'd done that, but I was in a funk, so I went back into meditation about 7 o'clock and did an hour. And what came to me was this: the world has always had war. The world has always had greed. The world has always had disease. The world has always had contrast. It's been different because of technology, but we've always had those things. And then I came to the realization it's like a great big board game. And in the board game, all this contrast exists. When you become aware, when you meditate, you're able to navigate the contrast. You navigate the contrast and become more aware that the contrast is not who you are. The contrast is a choice to experience, to stay in the experience, or move beyond the experience. If you, I'm talking to you right now, are looking for a fountain of youth, then a daily meditation practice is the pill you need. Because your mind and the state of your mind is truly the key to living a youthful life. I invite you to do whatever it takes to begin to build your personal meditation practice, because the benefits that I've listed here are just the beginning of everything that you can create and consciously experience. It all comes from being still and knowing that you are the I am, individualized, whole, perfect, complete.